rejoining alliance.
But how does a political party, pay for elections? Like Liberty Hall is used during elections for banners for the Labour Party.
Yeah, well,
The offices
they won't be using any more of my money, Joe. Because as far as I'm concerned, if it is the Labour Party, and again, I can't...
It is the Labour Party. Seem to have never made a secret of it, in fairness.
Yeah, well, I'm on National Airways, Joe. I can't say it is the Labour Party without being humble. I believe you when you tell me it is the Labour Party. I don't think they're representing fairly the working class people. They've done, the current government have done U-turns on almost everything.
And then the argument, the argument, and I'm paraphrasing here, and I don't mean to be unfair to anybody, but things would be much worse if the Labour Party were not in there. The universal all I can do is I haven't got someone from the Labour Party on, but I can retell what I hear. They say the number of people outside the universal social charge has increased because of the Labour Party. The minimum wage was reinstated because of the Labour Party.
The household charge is in because of the Labour Party.
Okay, you're getting your money out as best you can. Did you vote for the Labour Party the last time? They asked.
I'm not a party voter, Joe. I'm a personal voter.
Yeah, but did you know? Did you know you voted?
They would have been actually. John Wharton was in my local constituency. Yes, did vote for.
Will you vote for again?
I'm certainly reconsidering. Because I was speaking with one of the politicians in the constituency here before the election, and his primary concern when I was having a sound off, as we do with politicians when we meet them, was where do you work? And I said, well, it's actually none of your business where I work. I'm not trying to get elected. So I wanted him to hear my message, and I don't think they're listening to the message. And if they're hitting us in the pocket, if it's our opportunity to hit them in the pocket.
Okay.
It's passive resistance, Joe.
Okay, Bernard. Thanks, Neil. Bernard Farrell in Dublin 15 in John Borton's constituency. Back after this 51551.
Talk to Joe on 1850 715 815. It's Eurovision fever, so join me, Derek Mooney, and the RTE Concert Orchestra for Mooney's Eurovision Melodies. Guests include Niamh Kavanagh, Paul Harrington, Charlie McGettigan, and Ireland's #1 ABBA tribute band, ABBA-esque. Mooney's Eurovision Melodies, Thursday, May 9th at the National Concert Hall. Tickets from €15. For more, see rte.ie/co.
The RTE Concert Orchestra. All of your orchestras.
Think you know the Allianz Leagues? Think again. The Allianz Hurling League Final takes place at Nolan Park this Sunday in a thrilling decider not to be missed. Be there to watch Kilkenny battle it out with Tipperary for the Division 1 title at 3:30. Get your tickets now for just €20 and €5 for under-16s at gaa.ie/tickets, selected Super Value and Centra stores and usual outlets. The Allianz Leagues. Unexpect the expected.
For safety, natural gas has a smell. If you smell gas at home, check your gas appliances. Don't smoke or use a naked flame. Don't unplug or switch anything electrical on or off. Open doors and windows. Turn off the gas at the meter. No matter who your gas supplier is, call the Bord Gáis Network's 24-hour emergency service on 1850 20 50 50 immediately. If you smell gas on the street, ring Bord Gáis Networks at once. Don't assume someone else will. A safety message from Bord Gáis Networks.
People, we are in go for ignition. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
The new range of Nissan cars are launching at your local Nissan dealership. 5, the Juke Nismo. 4, the Juke N-Tech. 3, the Qashqai SV Plus. 2, the Qashqai 360. 1, the new supercharged Micra. Drop into your local Nissan dealership and test drive the next generation of Nissan cars today. Nissan, innovation that excites.
RTE Radio 1.
These halcyon days, starring Anita Reeves and Stephen Brennan, is a laugh-out-loud, funny, moving and life-affirming play by Deirdre Kinahan.
You can't give up, Sean. We must never give up. Here, take my right arm.
Ratio.
Oops, a daisy.
These halcyon days.
Marvellous.
5 performances only at the Olympia
Syria Theatre.
Shall we dance?
From June 12th to 15th, including a matinee on Saturday.
Entertainment updates with RTE Radio 1.
Unlike other owls, the barn owl doesn't give a hoot. He hisses when he's cross and screeches when he needs some attention.
Tune in to Wild Watch with me, Don Conroy, every Saturday morning at 11:30 on RTE Junior Radio, online and on your digital radio.
Watch, listen, play with RTE Junior.
Talk to Joe on 1850 715 815.
51551 is our text number. Joe at RT.ie. Father William Stewart's originally from Clontarf, Dublin, and was still is a Rosminian Catholic priest. Worked in the School for the Blind, as you know, in Drumcondra, but he went off to Damascus in Syria and fell in love with the place. But he's contacted us now on a mission of mercy. Father William, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Joe. How are you?
Good. What is the situation? What are you trying to do?
Well, currently, Joe, I'm on my way back from northern Lebanon, and I went there last week. Basically, I was there in January as part of a bigger group having a look at the refugee situation, the Syrian refugee situation. And while I was there, I came across this small town called Berkayel, and there we found a building which was a makeshift school housing 560 kids, Syrian refugees, aged between 4 and 17. And they had teachers, most of them Syrian. They're not being paid, so really the teachers aren't going to stay. And that the one thing that these kids really, really need is some form of education. Their literacy and numeracy skills have to be kept up, if nothing else. And the situation is quite chronic. So I came home in January and I set up a charity called Schools for Syria. And the simple purpose of it was to try and raise funds to pay teachers to stay and to teach those 560 kids. Anything that comes after that is an extra. But the basic thing is to provide teachers in the classroom. If you saw the state of the place, it's derelict, but it suffices as a classroom at the moment. And we need teachers, and we need to pay them, and that's what I'm about. And I spent the last couple of days in the north of Lebanon there, just I suppose trying to tie down the situation in terms of how many teachers, how much, where are the kids coming from, and this really is the situation. You know, there's an awful lot of talk about international aid and things like that. These kids are coming from one side of the border, which is Syria, literally across the border into northern Lebanon. They're below the radar of much of the international aid. They're not registered. Chances are they'll never be registered for international aid. So kind of my attitude was and is, if we don't help them, nobody will.
And what is there, if the school is derelict, the building that they're in, the makeshift school, what are their living conditions, William?
Oh, they're horrendous, Joe. They're horrendous. Like, there was, it's very, very difficult to describe. Having, you know, one of the days I spent a morning in one of the areas where these kids would be kind of bussed in from. And I visited one family, and sorry, when I say, well, let me describe the situation. They're living in a house which is made up of one room, probably 12 by 12, a kitchen which is probably half that size, and some other room which I didn't see, which is smaller again. And there are two families living in that. There's one woman and her child, and then there's a husband and wife with 5 children, and they're all living in that. Now, it's like living in a tea chest, Joe. It has been freezing up until recently, then they had rain, and now the heat is starting. I mean, for us it's beautiful, it's mid to late 20s in terms of temperature, but could you imagine living in that, in kind of like a large tea chest? So that's the sort of background that they're coming from. There's no running water. They go and get water in some common area. The same is true of sanitary situations like showers, toilets. There are some, but they're shared in the camp, and it's horrendous. It's stinking. It's absolutely stinking, and it's only, as I said, temperature-wise, mid-20s, but the smell is kind of like, I'm trying to stomach.
And William, what brought you to Syria in the first place?
I suppose I'm a bit of an indefinite traveller, and